I'm glad Zoran Mamdani is set to meet with President Trump at the White House. This is someone who's never had a real job. He desperately needs to learn how the world works, and I have a feeling Trump's gonna tell him. Forcefully. Criticizing Mamdani for not having a real job, while simultaneously supporting the Nepo baby that's literally never been in employment and not worked outside of his family dynasty ever, is crazy work. I love Mamdani, but he's about to learn a really hard lesson, I fear. Zoran Mamdani on his way to meet with Trump. I hope he's not walking into an ambush. I stand so fucking corrected. The context many of you are missing is that Phone News was covering this as a smackdown on socialism. It was the most lukewarm Oval Office interaction since Trump fell asleep in there during a meeting last week. Damn, that was only last week? Really can't keep track of their stupidity. I thought it was way longer ago. Edit. For everyone upset that I chose the word lukewarm needs to chill. I was imagining Trump and JD would prep to give him the Zelensky surprise, and Zoran would have to take them to the cleaners before being asked to leave. So, I'm sorry the exchange felt pretty tepid in comparison. It's not a criticism. I never watch Fox News, but damn it, I need to see the build up to this, and then the full flaccid coverage when it happens. Excellently worded, the vivid images that sprung to mind from it has made getting online worth it today, and also gonna have to steal some of it, especially the flaccid coverage part. I've got a slight feeling it didn't go as you planned, Rick. New York City Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani is all smiles as he boards a plane for Washington, D.C., ahead of his one-on-one meeting with President Trump at the White House. Here's the new face of the Democrat Party, a literal communist, on his way to the White House to be schooled by Supreme Leader Trump. Ah yes, getting schooled by President Trump. I'm assuming expecting the Zelensky treatment, also known as him throwing a tantrum and acting like a toddler in front of a bunch of news cameras to a world leader. Yeah, sorry, you didn't even get the tantrum treatment. Are all these fucking losers 12 years old? Jesus H. Can some adults be allowed to run the country, please? No. The only people that have to run the country are money-hungry pieces of shit who would rather the everyday person starve and die than their shareholders and their donors be disappointed. And also, literally throwing tantrums and saying the most abhorrent shit on social media. Did you mean, are all these losers 12-year-olds? No, she was 14. Fox News said it was a totally different thing, and definitely probably okay. I mean, as long as it's a rich Republican doing it. 14? That's 44 in Megyn Kelly math. Tomorrow, real Donald Trump will school Zoran Mamdani. The public should be able to watch. Oh, did he really now? No, he didn't. Because the thing is, a lot of these new politicians like Mamdani know how to deal with piece of shit bullies like Trump, and it's not placating them or rolling over to their bullshit. But hey, why do that when you can falter them for your billionaire piece of shit donors who don't care about your constituents? All Republicans are gonna have to learn Arabic numerals. As a Democrat, I love Arabic numerals. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Trump confirms to us every day that he is the stupidest president in the history of America. Continually failed upwards because inherited money. Yeah, so much for him having a real job. Retweet if you still have real Donald Trump's back. Yeah, that's cool and all, but does he have yours? Maybe instead of blindly following him, you maybe look at the type of person he is and actually what he's trying to do, what he's historically done, and what it looks like he's going to do, not just his bullshit lies about what he's going to do. Maybe you would find out that he's not got your back. But hey, why do that when you can join the cult? The leopards yearn for the faces MTG, and yours is looking mighty tasty about now. It's always the ones feeding the leopards that act shocked when the fangs come for them. Actions, consequences, classic combo. Consequences? You really expect a MAGA cultist, let alone one of the higher-ups who spew all this nonsense, to actually expect consequences? Or think that their actions may have some sort of effect? No, they just care about either money, power, or some weird mix of the both. An ego scattered in there. Consequences, or like consideration for their actions, isn't one of the reasons they do it. I'm not on Twitter, so I thought RT was the Russian television station, saying the quiet part rather loudly though, yeah? But no, just a wonderful Leopards Ate My Face case. Oh, MTG, I never thought I'd see your resignation so soon. Well, don't drag this out longer than you have to. I'm eager to start not missing you. MTG has been Putin's puppet this whole time. Just like Gates, for some reason. When Putin's support fades, so does MTG's. Putin's latest, even more ambitious plan is to position his next puppet as a successor to Trump. Hey chat, if you guys want to see more of this gay guy reading stuff, you should totally like, subscribe and share, cause it helps a lot. Anyways, thanks for watching, and back to the video. So, how did that bot purge go? If our Twitter bid succeeds, we will defeat the spam bots or die trying. Yeah, all the spam bots and apparently Democrat bots that definitely existed. Oh look, there's still spam bots, and like most Republicans, they were projecting. You see all of those awfully Republican-shaped spam bots spread and spew propaganda literally everywhere, and definitely aren't based in a Russian bot farm. Yeah, those don't exist. Don't know what you're talking about. Typical far right. Promise everything, deliver nothing. Look at what Doge promised, and what it actually delivered. Look at how Russian war against Ukraine was supposedly to end in one day. And what happened instead? I feel like there should be a law making empty promises in politics actually punishable. Boris Johnson wasn't that far right. He attended gay pride and was good with abortion, gay marriage, and said Trump should just fuck off. Until he became PM. The problem is that he openly admitted that the press are a problem, and the only way to deal with them is to say whatever distracts them from the current issue, even if it means flooding the airways with bullshit, lies, and misinformation in equal measures. I think James O'Brien called it the dead cat theory, and its origins are from Steve Bannon, who openly proposed it as a tactic for the right. He called it flooding the zone. They're selling $1 for 5 cents. Will Trump release the Epstein files by November 30th, 5%, or December 31st, 73%? Depends what you mean by Epstein files. Do you mean the full unredacted files? I would probably buy no. Quite confidently. Actually, insanely confidently. The regime isn't gonna eat itself alive by criminalizing most of the regime's top figures. I'm always happy knowing that there's more chances of me quantum tunneling into Sydney Sweeney's that than there is the chance of the Epstein files being released. The vaccine predictions did not age well. Why were so many members of the far right so vocally against vaccines? Like, come on, what did a vaccine do to you, bro? Oh, yeah, they're scientifically illiterate, and apparently conservative means rejecting modern medicine. Somehow. Reminder, COVID vaxxed will die within 2 years of receiving the injection. 17th of November, 2022. I got my first vaccines a good couple of years ago. Over 3. I've had multiple. I think I'm like double jabbed and double boosted. I've had so many vaccines. Give me all the vaccines. And I'm not dead. I'm actually very healthy. It's really weird that. Still here and kicking, you anti-vax morons. I dunno, my 98-year-old neighbour died pretty recently after falling down the stairs. I know they were vaxxed 3 years ago, so think about that. I dunno, man. I was playing Skyrim and a dragon killed my character who wasn't vaxxed. So the jury is still out on this, I guess.